Oh man, sorry if I did T Pendale's intro. I just watched like 5 of his videos at once, and I just wanted to see what it was like. That's why. But anyways, like I said, what up, everybody? It's your boy King Games Day. Welcome back to King's Nation. We are here today on Oni Girl to do another anime review. Kabaneri on the Iron Train or something like that. Iron Fortress, something like that. Anyway, guys, we'll get right into it. I almost had it done. I was almost done with the review, but my power turned off, or my internet shut down, and which destroyed the stream. So I gotta do this all over again. Yay, fun! What up, Onion Girl? All right. Where's the music? Oh, sorry, turn off the music. So. Kabaneri Iron Fortress Train thingy, whatever it's called, is a zombie anime, and it's a little different. Do I find it better than High School of the Dead? Not really. Now the funny thing is, as I was doing my review, I was thinking it might be a little better, but no. The only thing that I find cool is that most of the entire anime takes place on a train. And the zombies are unique because if you think that you're going to survive this one, you might want to wait before things happen. Which means this, guys. Yeah, I have to stare at you. The zombies are not like your typical zombies. They're not Resident Evil zombies, no. They're like our zombies, not our zombies, but they're like High School DxD, High School of the Dead zombies, not High School DxD, High School of the Dead zombies. They're slow, but at the same time they can be fast too. So it's a little bit of a mix. You have your slow type of zombie and you have your fast type of zombie. You also have your own unique version of the Horde, which is a group of zombies, and you even have that rare mutated zombie, but not really. But you get what I mean. So, how are these zombies uniquely different from all the other zombies and all that? Well, unlike Resident Evil, these zombies do not mutate. And unlike Shaun of the Dead zombies or even High School of the Dead zombies, in High School of the Dead zombies, you need headshots. But in here, headshots won't help. You have to destroy their heart. Which is easy. Because, you think it's easy, shoot to the hearts of headshots, it's a lot easier to do. But the problem is there's an iron rib cage. There's this iron cage, like a heart cage. An iron cage that's encased in their heart. So it makes it tough. And considering that the time of this takes place before modern day times. So there's trains, but everything is powered by gas and air and water, as far as I believe to be understood. So, story takes place pretty much where this guy is the main character. He doesn't like how some of the guards that are in his hometown treat the people. Some of the people, Because, you gotta be careful in this time where there's zombies. You gotta check bites. You gotta make sure everyone's safe. There's a device that once you get bit, you have to use a suicide pouch. The suicide pouch is pretty much has a small explosive. You hold it to your heart and you pull a thing and it just, boom, destroys your heart completely. That way you cannot be taken over by the virus. Although, during this era and time, instead of it being a virus, people perceive this as a curse. So, the main character doesn't believe it to be a curse. He believes it to be some type of virus. And everything in his life is going pretty well, one could say. He's trying to figure out ways and create unique weapons that can destroy the heart cage, that can actually do enough damage to actually destroy it, so it can be like headshots again. But sadly, he does make it. He does make said weapon, but he gets bit. And when he gets bit, he does the most I've ever seen. He'd freak out. He told himself, he's prepared for this scenario. The virus takes full effect once it reaches the brain. That was his conclusion. That was his educated guess, his hypothesis, one would say. And he was right. So what does he do? He puts himself in this device, cranks it up. There's a rope that wraps around his neck, a collar that wraps around his neck, to be said, and it squeezes his neck tight. He's literally choking himself, stopping the virus from getting to his neck, because the virus spreads really, really fast. And it literally covers his whole body except for the head, except for the neck. So what happens? We have a parasite to the maximum little dilemma here. Like Miggy, when he tried to get the parasites, tried to get to the brain to take it over. But our main character from that anime stopped him with his headphones, wrapped it around, and cut off the circulation to his hand. Therefore, Miggy had no choice but to take over his hand. Now, something similar happens to this, but not too similar. Not really, but kind of, you see what I mean. What happens is, the virus succeeds. The virus is gone from his body. From purple back to his normal skin color. Like the skin color of our fair maiden that we see here on the screen right now. Even though my mind viruses don't work like that, but it's an anime, so whatever. I'll let it slide. So he thinks he's good. Everything is good. He thinks that he's healthy. His friend comes in. He tells his friend, I discovered a way to destroy their hearts finally. And he's so happy. He goes, oh, thank God. I thought you got bit. He goes, I did get bit. The friend was like, what? He goes, yeah, I totally got bit, but I fixed it. Don't worry, it's good. It's just like, so he gets happy. He's not afraid, which I enjoyed, that he didn't become freaked out and terrified at first, He even tries to help him get on the train. The last train that can leave the station. So if you guys don't know, since this does take place in a zombie apocalypse type of state, in Edo, Japan, technically. I think that's what time period is called, Edo, Japan. Anyways, every city that's remaining or is in a fortress. And each fortress is like a giant train station. So they abandoned their fields. They've abandoned the cities and all that. They have made these fortresses. So, and they have guns, but the guns can't pierce the heart cage. And it's not normal guns either. So that's why I'm saying it has to be Edo, Japan, or somewhere similar. Or something similar to that period. Because like I said, they're using gas. There's not electricity. There's not really gunpowder either. There's more using like air tanks and air pressure and things like that for their guns. It's like an airsoft gun. Yeah, pretty much like that. Anyways, so everything goes well until, the zombies come and attack, because a runaway train full of zombies bulldozes through the gate and starts infecting people left and right. The containment plan that they have for this failed. And who happens to be visiting to say this time? Some extraordinary young woman, a young girl, who is a bad ass, starts whooping so much ass and destroying the zombies. Not enough to stop the takeover from the city, mind you, but enough to save whatever survivors there is to get on the last train. And they are going to make it, And sadly, they kick him out because they discovered that his heart was glowing. That's right. He has his heart cage, which means he's a zombie. But in fact, he's half zombie, half human. What does that mean, guys? Meaning this. He's equivalent to a vampire. The reason why I say he's equivalent to a vampire is because you can only drink blood. That's the only source of food that he can now eat. Kind of like a ghoul. Instead of meat, but it's blood. Now, it doesn't state that that's the only thing he can eat. That's the only thing he can taste is blood. But you never see him try it either. So maybe it's implied. I don't know. You have to watch it for yourself, guys. But back to the thing. It's crazy that they kick him off and he still tries to save them because the gears won't open the gate or bring down the ramp. Not the gate, it's a ramp. It's like a drawbridge. So he's getting bit, and he still is able to fight him off, and he's able to the drawbridge. He's able to bring it down, which connects the tracks, and they're able to go. And the girl who beat all these zombies' butts saves him. He gets on and all that, and he was welcome to his death, but he gets saved, and he learns that she too is like him. And the name for half zombie, half human is a kabaneri. That's why I believe the way they pronounce it. To me, it sounds like a hot pepper, and it sounds Spanish more than Japanese. But what do I know, right, guys? So, what is to be done? What is the goal of this anime? They're trying to make it to a certain train station town, which is supposed to be where the Shogun lives. It's heavily fortified. And they end up making... There's a problem. They need supplies, and they get supplies, but they need to get to this little smaller town first before that. But it's abundantly clear that it got also taken over by the zombies. And the zombies have their unique name too, but I just forgot their name. So, your main character... Now you have your main character, now you have your female main character. The female main character is more interesting than the male character. Male character's background story is this. Sister died, he was a coward by his own words, and left to go get help. No one helped him because, again, this is during an outbreak and no one gives a shit. Everyone's trying to save their own skin. So he comes back to her, but it's already too late. She is a zombie. So he does the suicide thing. Boom! Killing her heart. Stopping her from fully turning into a zombie. So that's why he wants to fight all zombies and push them back and all their home to regain the hometowns, you know, all the crops so they can make rice and things like that, you know. Although the female main character is so much more interesting. She was a little girl. Her town got attacked by the zombies. Cop or a soldier went crazy, and what happened? He started seeing everyone as zombies, including those people who weren't zombies. He was about to shoot the little girl when the little girl's mother stepped in. She got shot. She died. Now some guy comes along, stops them from killing her, but makes her kill him. And he states that the reason why your mother died was because she was weak. And he believes in this philosophy. The weak shall die, why the strongest will survive. It's simple dog world. It is, what is the word? It's simple as this. Only the strong will survive. Should survive. You know, so the brother's up to something. There's something. The way she became a Caprione was the brother that she so-called become to know injected her with the zombie virus. The little girl. In a sense, he has pushed his ideals onto her. So she didn't really have much of a childhood. Not much of a memory either of her mother. Even forgot her own name. The brother has given her name. but can't remember the original name was given to her by her mother. So it's sad. I would rather have followed her through the main story than this guy, than the main character. But it's whatever. That's what they chose to do. So, Brother's up to something. What is he up to? He wants to destroy the Shogun. He wants to destroy his father. This father is the Shogun. The reason why for this was that when he was young, before his father was the Shogun, I guess they were in line to both be Shogun. I guess father couldn't handle the competition and decided to slice up the son's body with his sword. And said, "You done this upon yourself, son." You know, and then when the son got older, and the dad became Shogun, the dad sent him and a bunch of men to go fight off a losing battle, a war against the zombies. And what happens? He asks for reinforcements and he asks for supplies that they desperately need. They're losing the fight. They're losing ground. And what happens? Their escape route, their supply route gets cut off. Too many zombies for anything to get through. That turned out to be alive because a filthy father mongrel cut off the supplies and left his son to die. And 100 and so men. Well, the son did not die. He lived on. He fought back and found a way to survive that battle. And ever since then, he took in the train. His train made a train, I don't know. He took someone's train. Another train he showed up in for the battlefield. And pretty much trained the men. They got stronger. They became elite. They became Shogun. They're ninjas. They're crazy good, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy good. Right? Right. But man, did he become a prick. So, again, he believed the weak should die and the strong should survive. So, he doesn't care who he has to sacrifice. He doesn't care what town, what city he has to destroy. He unleashes a zombie horde on not just one civilization, but 2 civilizations, 2 towns, destroying everything. And that's literally how this anime goes down. This is how it ends, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of things I've left out in this because it's really good. I want you guys to find the truth behind a lot of things for yourself. But I will tell you this. It doesn't have a happy ending. It does and it doesn't. Because even though some characters survive this, the point is that the main villain of this anime is the Big Brother. And the Big Brother succeeded. He did kill the Shogun. He did get into the city. And he unleashed the outbreak to the 2 cities, causing the outbreak. Which henceforth, a lot of people died. And this was the last civilization. It was the last structure that was holding a town. And it's gone now. And that's how the anime ends, really. The characters have to now ride their train somewhere else. I believe so, because they didn't stay. It stated this was the last, thing that they could do. The last place they can go. They don't have a lot of food left. And they don't have a lot of water that the train engine takes, uses. The supplies. So eventually their train will stop running. And eventually they will have to fight more kabaneris and take more damage and take more losses. And I can't tell you if they have their 2 elite cabriones, which is the half human, half zombies. There's only 2 of them on that train. I'm not going to tell you if they have them at the end of the anime to fight off, because it's crazy. I'll let that one be to you guys to find that out for yourself. But I will say, go into detail about the type of zombies. You have your normal zombies, which is the one that takes the headshots, but the one to the heart. And they die if you can manage to pierce the iron rib cage thing. Not rib cage, but iron heart cage. Then you have the special zombie, which is a warrior class zombie. It's a warrior who were fighting the zombies, got bit, and still retains his memories as a warrior. Meaning, the zombie can swing a sword with grace, with technique, even so much as in firing a gun, or even throw bows and arrows. They can all use it with the same skills that they had when they were alive before they got bit. It's crazy. Now, is it unique enough to be having if their blade stabs the person, do they get turned into zombies? Well, no, not so much. It'd been cool if it was something like that, but it's not. If you get stabbed by one of his swords, the thing sword, you're good. You're gonna live. Well, if it's not fatal stab, but you're not gonna turn into a zombie by its cut. Now, a bite mark and a scratch, yes, you'll turn, but not from a sword stab. You die, unless it wasn't a fatal stab. Then you have their own version of the Horde. And like I said before, the Horde in normal zombie scenarios is thousands upon thousands of zombies that are gathered, moving in one area, in the same place. It's like an army just comes to you there. It's an army of the undead. Now, this is similar to that, except for instead of them walking on their own, they clump up together and they form a massive beast full of zombies. It's like black smoke is what they call it. But indeed, to get rid of the black smoke, you must find the original zombie that formed this monstrosity in the first place and kill its heart. Now, does that kill all of the zombies that created this beast? No. But it will stop the monster from forming. And they'll go their separate ways or in their group again, and it becomes a normal horde. Those are its types. Ironically enough, in my Transmars, or I almost call it Transformers, Terraformers anime review, I said that it might be longer than this, but honestly, there's a lot of things I don't want to give away. There's a lot of things I don't want to say because I want you guys to watch this, and I say it's about a 7, guys, or an 8. I don't know. Honestly, I'll give it an 8. Personally, for me, I give this an 8. This anime an 8. It was pretty good, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed watching, the civilians stuck in a train with 2 people who are technically infected with this virus, where they can turn into zombies at any time. They're literally like a ticking time bomb. And I say they're like a ticking time bomb, but it's only because of the case if they lose the very thing that stopped the virus from taking over their brain in the first place. For example, the girl, Kabaneri, has a scarf, or it's not really a scarf, but it's more of like lace, veil, something. It's not like a string, but you guys will have to watch and see what I mean. I don't know. Ribbon. It's a ribbon. I got it. She has this ribbon and she ties it around her neck. Well, if that was used to stop the virus from taking over her brain, then yeah, I think that's what it was. But once she takes it off, she can activate her full power. And apparently it's tied very tightly. She just unpulls it like it's nothing, but hey, what the hell. So the other guy has this collar. The main character has this collar. And if he takes it off or breaks it off, then he can use his full powers as well. But the longer they have these things off of them, the more the virus slowly creeps up to their brains. And therefore, they'll go from half human, half zombie to full zombie. So like I said, that's why they're taking time. So it's hard, and it's not hard, but it's crazy to see these people. Plus they drink blood. So it's crazy. You be on a train. Imagine this, guys. You're on a train, in a zombie apocalypse, and there's 2 people on your train They're half human, half they're infected, and they need blood. And if they don't, then they can also become full-on zombies. Would you let them on? Would you let them be, even though they're there to help you out and save you? Is it worth the risk? And one of them doesn't understand basic courtesy because her brother isn't put his ideals into her. She too believes the weak should die and the strong should live. So she doesn't really care for things like that. She doesn't want to be weak because if she was weak, then she dies. So she has to be strong. She did care. She did care, but when a boy's dog died on the train, he goes, maybe it's better for him to die than to be suffering or being in this world the way the world is. Now, I got what she was saying. I understood that, you know? I would rather, personally, if the zombie apocalypse broke out and if it was like, this anime or even like Resident Evil, I would like to face those things. Now, if it's slow zombies walking and headshots only work, your boy building a small army at King's Nation gather under the roof of the King Nations, fight back the zombies, type of thing, but I ain't gonna happen. So, your boys. Anyways, back to the review. So after going through everything, telling you guys spoilers and not telling you everything, I will give this anime a 7. And the reason why I give it a 7 is because even though it's unique, it's not too tough to watch, but I don't know. It's hard to have a happy ending type of thing because I like happy endings. But it's kind of hard to have a happy ending when the villain won, in a sense. So it's a 7. I enjoy the plot. I enjoyed the animation. I enjoy the main female character over the main male character, because the male is weak. The main character for the male was weak, kind of whiny a little too much, if you ask me. For someone who's wanted to, fight for so long, and for someone who wanted to get rid of all the zombies and take back the cities, the real cities in their homeland, to be someone who's kind of not a coward, but kind of whiny and wimpy in a fact, sense. We've seen this before, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen this on Attack on Titans. Eren Yeager. He wanted to fight the Titans. He wanted to get revenge for his mother's death, just like the main character for Caprione for his sister. Eren too wants to fight off the Titans to get back the land that they lost. Same thing with him. But the difference is, Ager actually went through training and learned how to be a soldier and fought. And it helps a lot more that you can turn into a giant ass Titan, But I mean, he has turned into a half human, half zombie with all their abilities as well. That's what they are. It's a human with Caprione abilities, which means he's pretty much a superhuman. He has the speed, he has the strength as one as well. The durability, he doesn't get turned into a zombie when he gets bit. And their eyes work like Sharingan in a sense, where they can learn any move. And they can't put anybody in Genjutsu, but they can learn any move. It was even stated that in one of the episodes, when he was learning how swordsmanship, there was a guy who was a really good swords thing, and one of the kids were like, wow, he could be a better swordsman than you. And the guy was like, what other nonsense? Challenged to a little duel, beat the kid's ass, the main character's ass, I should say. And then one of the kids was like, wow, that was a cool move that he used. Like, you should learn it too, or copy it as well. And that's what he did. So, and it wasn't a serious fight. It was more of like, don't get cocky type of thing. Like, there's always time for improvement. You don't know everything type of thing. So yeah, gotta give it a 7. It was very unique. I enjoyed. If it wasn't for the female character, main character, I wouldn't really care for this anime so much. If it wasn't for the fact that it didn't go around to give you a happy ending necessarily, it's hard. It's hard to watch a little. But to see the fight techniques that this girl used kind of makes it worth it. So I'd give it a 7, guys. It's a whole lot better than Terraformers. 1,000 times better. I tell you that much, guys. All right, guys. That's it. It's a 7 out of 10. I'll catch you guys later on the flip side. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoy this review. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. If you don't, let me know in the comments. Like the video, and let's see here. Do a voice slash on the bell, guys. All right, guys. Do a voice slash on the bell button, so you guys know when I do my next anime review or when I do my next gameplay. All right, guys. Until next time. This has been King of Games 80, broadcasting on Twitch at King's Nation, playing or on Oni Girl. I guess Oni Girl, doing my anime review on Kabaneri. Like I said before, I guys have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys later on the flip side. And now let's try to do. I say food. Whoa, I didn't know I could do that. How'd I do that? Eating the sushi. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna catch you guys later on the flip side.